Hello, everybody. We are live on YouTube. I am Dr. Jeff Bullock, founder and CEO for PRISM AI Consultants, and I'm glad that you are here today. Today is the BNI episode. BNI, Business Networkers International. We'll get more into that later. A little bit more about PRISM. What we do is we help entrepreneurs and high achievers reach their goals using existing AI tools for practical use case. So that's going to be your large language models like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, image generators, voice generators, avatars, um, and music generators. I think that's all of them. If I miss something, let me know in the comments. But that's what we do. We help you out and use it for how do you get ROI, right? So it's the three big things that people use this for is number one, how do I get revenue? Number two, how do I save time? Number three, how do I streamline my processes to make my life easier? Not just business, professional as well. So like I said, today is the BNI episode. So we're going to be using AI tools to help with BNI and networking in general. I will share my screen. And we start with ChatGPT. So I have the paid version of ChatGPT, but you don't have to use ChatGPT. You can use Gemini if you want to. But like I said, today is going to be a networking episode for how to use these AI tools to help you with networking. So first, what is BNI? A lot of people don't know about it, but it is the largest organization of its kind, and it's Business Networkers International. There's a whole bunch of stuff with Google and that you can do for it, but essentially, since ChatGPT is my go-to, some people like Perplexity for a research go-to, but ChatGPT works pretty good. BNI operates on the principles of giver's gain, which is the idea that helping others grow their business through referrals, you'll receive business in return, and I can attest that is very, very true. Members meet weekly to share business leads, educate others about their services, and build trust over time. How it works, each chapter allows one member per profession, reducing internal competition. So there's no competition. We all work together as a group, and we give each other referrals, and essentially that turns into business. The more referrals you get, the more revenue you'll get. And so far globally, 20 billion in closed business just for the last year. I know my chapter, we're over $1 million for closed business for this year. And we have a chapter about 30. So money is getting passed. There's over 300,000 members across 79 countries. Like, for instance, I'm going to Colombia to give some speaking engagements in December, and I'll be hooking up with some BNI people there too. So it really is just a great organization. All right, so that's like BNI. This is not necessarily promotion from BNI. What this is like, okay, I'm in BNI. You may be in another one of those networking groups, but how do you use AI for that? So we're going to use BNI as an example. So it's a couple of ways in which I do that. So the first thing is I actually have a BNI GPT. So for those who don't know what a GPT is a specialized form of ChatGPT that you can create special instructions for, and it acts as a bot, so to speak. So if we actually look inside of my GPT to see, okay, well, what is your GPT's instructions? First, I explain what BNI is, talk about the contact spheres and power teams. So contact spheres are groups of some symbiotic professions, so working together that naturally generate referrals for one another. These industries complement each other and often serve the same clients and related services. And the power teams are a subset of contact spheres where members actively commit to generating business for each other. This means that members not only have opportunities, referrals, but also dedicate themselves to creating those opportunities. So the purpose of this GPT is to identify which members from different BNI chapters will be good referral partners for the members of Allentown West. That's my chapter. And this will help affect power teams and maximize business opportunities. So what happens is I'll meet somebody and do like a one-to-one with them, and I can just use this GPT to see, and I have all the members of my chapter in here. I can use this GPT to see if they will be a good fit for someone in my chapter. So we'll actually test this out. So for example, let's say that we'll keep it at the 4.0 actually. I'm going to pull up another chapter, B&I Fogelsville. So this chapter has 13 people, and my good friend Vanessa Rivera. So let's say I do a meeting with her. Well, this is just this is just a Google page, right? Control A. I'm going to copy this whole page because it has everybody's name and numbers. This is public information, so I'm not doing anything, from a privacy concern. And then now I'm going to put it in my GPT. I paste that in there, and I'm going to talk to it because that's how we use AI. We talk to it. Hey, what's going on? This is Dr. Jeff. I just did a one-to-one with Vanessa Rivera, and I'm wanting to know what synergies does she have with people in my chapter? Be cognizant of geography and also the seat that she holds. And thank you. All right, so I pasted all that in there with my GPT, and because I already have it programmed, it tells me exactly what I need. So Vanessa Rivera's for Fogleville 1 chapter, Century 21 Kim Realtors. She's a residential real estate seat. And then here's a synergy that she has with Allentown West members. So Chassie Wilson Heath, who is for title. Then we also have Jason Breitinger, who is mortgage. Steve Rothdeutsch, who's plumbing. Mary Smereski, who is commercial cleaning. So on and so forth, right? So these are the people that will be good for me to give an introduction to be a referral partner that's in my chapter. Now what I'm going to say is, okay, could you please go through my chapter and her chapter and which seats does she not even have in her chapter that would be the best? Because, like, for example, if there are some seats that overlap, there may be some competition, even though it's really good to know as many people as you can. But what seats do they not have at all? So I say that because, like, I'm sure that I think they probably have a title person in their chapter, and they may have a mortgage person, but it's still good to know multiple people because, she could be the as a realtor, she could be the tie-in for everybody. But if you wanted to say, okay, well, what seats do they not have at all? So there's no stepping on anybody's toes, and it gives all the seats in my chapter, and then the seats in Fogelsville chapter, and then the seats that we have in our chapter that they don't have in theirs. So Jennifer Burkhart, there's no HVAC in their chapter, so she needs to. So I need to tell Jennifer, hey Jennifer, did you know that Fogelsville doesn't have an HVAC person? You may want to talk to them. And Andrew Phillips, hey, they don't have a commercial insurance, they don't have Medicare, they don't have pest control, they don't have interior designer, so on and so forth. So now I'm bringing so much value to my chapter just by I did the one-to-one with Vanessa. But all these other seats too, they don't have it. So I say, hey, you guys might want to be a substitute because BNI has a substitute program where if you can't make the meetings every week, you can have somebody substitute in your place. These will be great substitutes for her because they don't have a seat. So how I do that? Okay, so this is great. All of these people will be great substitutes for Vanessa as well, especially since their seats are not represented in this chapter. Could you please create the email from me to Vanessa, thanking her for the time that we did our one-to-one, and then also saying that these people may be good to have substitutes, and then also put in the people that will be good for her to partner with. So it's going to be a longer email, but put all of that in there if you could, please. Thank you. All right. So in this one, now it's going to create my email, and here are the substitutes because they don't hold a seat in the Fogelsville chapter. This strategy can be done with any chapter. You saw. I'll go back up here. How many chapters are there in BNI? Oh, this ain't the thread. There are in this one. What is BNI? So there are Where'd it go? Oh, didn't say how many chapters, but 79 plus countries, 300,000 people, thousands of chapters, I would say. Thousands of chapters. Okay. Let's go back to what we were doing. Okay, and so now I'll be able to send this to her, and I'm going to send this. I am going to send this to her, not this very second, but these are all great. It's a great email, and once again, givers gain, helping people out, and so wherever you're having a meeting with somebody, you can do that. Okay, next strategy, next BNI strategy. If you don't know how to make a GPT, it's not hard, but I'm gonna drop let's see, this is my community on school.com. We're actually having a workshop tonight at 7 p.m., but we do it every Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have live workshops. But here is the invite code for you as well. I'll put that in the chat. Boom. Okay, next strategy. Let us think about, all right, so I'm in BNI. My number one thing is I'm trying to get referrals for other people. So let's say I just talked about another chapter. Let's talk about my own chapter. So if we look at my own chapter, and I'm going to pull this, just going to BNI Allentown West. And this is my chapter. I have 36 members in here now. And it gives all the members and what they do. Okay. So now I'm going to ask a couple questions. Now I have my GPT already made, but if let's say you don't have a GPT, you're just using a regular ChatGPT. Okay. So I'm going to paste this in here, everybody's information, and then I'm going to talk to it again, and I'm going to ask who will be good for me to partner with, and then how do I get them business, right? Who is the best synergy for me to get business? Because it's all about, if you give others business, then they will give you business in return, or you will get business in return. I don't even want to say they will give you business in return, because it might not be the right fit to where they're seeing the best referrals for you, but you may be getting the best referrals for them. But don't worry, it'll come back to you. There's lots and lots of data supporting it. So I really would urge you, if you join BNI, please just focus on getting other people the referrals, and focus on teaching people how to give you the best referrals. If you focus on that, just teaching people how to give you best referrals, and then actually doing your best to give other people, you will get referrals in a windfall. Okay, so this is Dr. Jeff, and I would like to know how to get other people referrals. This is my chapter, and I want to know what is the best. Who would you say will be probably the 5 most easy referrals for me to give people based off of what I'm doing in a normal scope of business and life? All right, so I want to identify which members in Allentown West are the easiest for you, Dr. Jeff, to refer business to. Define your typical client flow. So your average client already runs a business or launching one, needs help with time saves, automation, market clarity. Often ask you about websites, CRMs, bookkeeping. So number 1, Scott Wiedemeyer and my group, web development. Nearly every client you help needs updated websites, funnels, SEOs. So I should be getting him lots of referrals. That should be number 1. Number 2, Ben White. I should be getting him lots of referrals because I often help entrepreneurs scale fast, which is very true. Many don't have proper books or financial systems. So when AI improves efficiency, they often ask who can clean up my QuickBooks. Ben would be great for that. Got Mustafa, who does advertising, marketing, EBC printing, Buddy Lesavoy, and then Melissa Gerhardt. So those I should be giving the most referrals to. And then the secondary ones is interior design, electrical services, EOS, commercial insurance, and residential. And then it tells me like how I might do it. So if I'm struggling with getting these people referrals, which I'm gonna be honest, I should be definitely getting more now that I know these 5 because I haven't done this exercise in a while. So then the next thing is, okay, what are the actual words I say, or how do I do it? And now we can do it. We can do that specific to these people because these are the people that will be on my power team. So this is a strategy that works. Like I said, I need to revisit so that I could be doing it more. So that is for, yeah, so that's that one from a BNI standpoint. So once again, I think I wasn't sharing the screen. So I will go through this again real quick. So I pasted in the information, and then it told me the people, top 5 easy referral partners, and secondary cross-industry referrals. Okay. All right, so now let's do some image stuff, right? So let's say, okay, because I'm also a chapter launcher. So I'm going to be starting a new chapter up in Allentown, Pennsylvania. So with that, if I wanted to invite people, let's say I'm just want to invite them into my chapter. So how would I do that, and how would I use AI to help me do that? So the first thing is, all right, let's do some images. So for this one, we're going to use Gemini. And we're going to, well, actually, no, first we're going to use ChatGPT to help us come up with a strategy, and then we'll use Gemini to actually make the image. Hey, what's going on, chat? Could you please help me with creating some image prompts? I don't want you to actually do the image. Just give me the image prompts for the BNI. I'm trying to get people to join up. Well, that's not even true. I just want to give people the opportunity to make a decision. So typically, what I do is there are particular seats in our chapter that could be filled. So I'm gonna. Well, you already have my chapters Allentown West, so you can think about maybe 20 seats that would be complimentary for the people in the chapter, including myself, that we don't have filled. Once you have those 20 seats, then I can then we can get a strategy to come up with how we're going to invite those people for lunch, because that's what we do. 11:30 to 1, 11 to 11:30 is networking for Allentown West on Wednesdays at Parkland Restaurant. So that is what the goal is, and please help me with the strategy. So y'all see that was a convoluted prompt, and but that's how you prompt. Like you see, and then you iterate. See if it made sense. I made sure to be clear on my goal and give as much relevant context as possible. So now create 20 targeted image prompts designed to highlight open seats. So first, let's send open seats. So social media manager, videographer, photographer, commercial lender, event planner, payroll specialist, chiropractor. So these are all great seats. So now we want some prompt templates. So we're going to grab this one, and we're going to go to Google Gemini. Type in image. This is free, by the way. And we'll say we have commercial real estate. So we'll say this one is, we'll say handyman. Handyman. All right, so BNI Allentown West, we're saving a seat for a handyman. That's pretty cool. Didn't spell handyman right. Didn't spell BNI Allentown West right. So I'm going to say the spelling for Allentown is off and handyman is wrong. Please correct. Thanks. All right. So still wrong. So usually when it does it wrong twice, I just copy it and go to a new one. And then I paste it again. And then yeah. I'm going to say make sure the spelling is correct. Yep, spelling is correct. That looks good. So this was a nice tip, because this, like, what happens, what I see a lot with my clients is they will try 100 times to get this fixed, this spelling right, and it just can keep doing it wrong. Just do a new chat for Gemini, and it usually does it on the second, like the first time. I would have probably tried it in a new chat 3 times. After that, then I do a new prompt. But usually I have pretty good success with it overall. All right, so that was a good one. We'll do another one. Let's do. We're going to do another one, but this one I want a funny one. Okay. And now I got that. I'm going to put that in here. Okay, so now this is good with the images. I'm going to download this one just so we could see. Because we're gonna go into Midjourney, and I'm gonna animate it in Midjourney. That's what I typically like using Midjourney to animate. So I'm going to open it up and drop it in there. Okay, and then we'll come back and see how that goes. BNI Allen, Torn West. Nope. The only meeting where referrals are hotter coffee. All right, so one, it wouldn't be coffee because we have an evening meeting. So this one isn't the best one. We would, mess with it to make it better, a better prompt. Also, it's not really diverse here, so I would prompt for that specifically, as well. If you want different, not just the fact that they're all white, the fact that they're all in business suits too, because some people are, dressed in their trade shirts or just different types of backgrounds. So you have to prompt for that specifically, like if you want it, and it'll do a good job. But I just wanted to kind of show you that. We go to do another strategy here. And the next thing that we're going to do is all right. So let's say that, so like for myself, I work with, I'm industry agnostic. However, the people who I work with that come, like, I will say definitely get the most like fastest results are coaches and consultants. So number one, coaches and consultants get the fastest results. Typical client will save 50 hours. A coach or consultant is going to save 75, 80 hours a month. I'm using it. So if I want to focus specifically business coaches, and the reason is because not only are they going to learn how to use these tools to help themselves, but they're going to help their clients immediately. Like as soon as they learn something, then they can pass that learning off to their clients, and their clients like can win in a big way. So that leverage is huge. All right. So, but how do I get a hold? Well, I can pull up BNI and search specifically for the business coaches, and I can send them an email inviting them to a BNI meeting, a virtual meeting, to where I just give them some tips on how to use AI specifically. So I'm going to say that. Hello. So, all right. I have a BNI strategy. I want to focus specifically on the um, business coaches and consultants for BNI, and I want to give them extreme value with using AI tools. Could you please give me what are the top 3 things that will be most beneficial for them? All right, so we're getting some suggestions here. So AI client amplifier system for sure. If you are a coach or business advisor, really everybody should be having this, but you should use some type of AI tool like Otter, Fireflies, so that you are getting the transcripts from your sessions. This is so very, 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 very helpful. Um, so helpful. Gamma app, as far as creating um, presentations. So that's a good one too. So this is a good one. Client AI client amplifier system. This is good. Personal AI assistant, their own GPT powered coach. So I would say almost 100% of my coaches make a GPT that have that personal AI assistant for them, similar to the GPT that I showed you guys with the BNI one. So that is something that is great. And then a revenue tracking AI dashboard. All right, let's do this real quick, like the AI dashboard. So, because a lot of times people don't know what that is. So, what I would show off. Okay, I really like the AI dashboard one. Could you please give me a sample P&L that a particular business coach would be able to use for their client? Let's say that they're helping an HVAC company, um, and uh, so let's get like a realistic P&L. And let's say they only deal with people who are making it have revenue of at least 1.5 million. All right, so I had ChatGPT come up with the P&L for this, and then we're going to together make a dashboard. So, because we know that like sometimes people struggle with the numbers and knowing what that means and getting everybody aligned. So with this P&L, we're going to copy it, and then we're going to make a dashboard for it. And this is something that's extremely helpful from a business coach perspective. All right, so I'm gonna just copy this. And now ChatGPT can make this dashboard. I'm not going to use ChatGPT's though. I'm going to actually use another one, which we'll go back to Gemini because Claude is my favorite. So that's for this particular use case. I like Claude, CLAUDE, but I'm going to use Gemini just to not to have y'all using a million different tools. I'm going to click on Canvas here. So y'all saw me click in the middle because I'm using one of its superpowers. It's going to code this up for us. So I'm going to tell it what to do. Hello, could you please create a dashboard using this information? Um, the business use case is I'm a business coach and I need to help my clients. Thank you. All right, so now it's going to create this dashboard for us. And while it is doing it, I do think I'm going to have ChatGPT do it too, just so we can compare. So what I did is I'm gonna go here to Canvas. So similar thing was a please code this up and do a dashboard for me, please. Thanks. So me clicking on that canvas should open up another window inside of ChatGPT called Canvas Mode, which is a text editor, but also code editor, and it'll start doing it. Maybe. Let's check on our Gemini one. Gemini's finished. So it is done. I'm going to actually click on make it bigger. So here is the AI powered P&L dashboard. So we have a KPI snapshot, gross margin 64%, goal is greater than 60, net profit margin 18%, marketing ROI, labor efficiency, cash reserve. Ooh, so we're low on cash reserve. Only have 2.5 months, and we need 3. Cost of goods sold, subcontractor labor, truck, fuel, so on and so forth. So everything in here is done. They can see it. It's clear. Operating expenses, all of this is in here. If we wanted to make any changes to it, all we had to do is ask, hey, could you make it more interactive? Hey, could you break down the payroll more specifically? Whatever the particular thing is you want to do, you can ask it to do that. So that's like a dashboard piece. This is super powerful. As you see, this is free because Gemini is a free tool. So you don't even have to have the paid plan for it. But many people do have it. It comes with, if you have a Google Workspace, then you'll get it with that as well. All right, so let's just kind of review the things that we went over today. It was all about BNI. So first thing was, what is BNI, Business Networkers International? It's all about BNI, but really all about networking. Like, so how do you use AI to help you with networking? When you're in a networking organization, we use BNI as an example. If you have some other ones that you want me to do, like Chamber of Commerce or whatever your group is, put it in the chat. Let me know. Join the community on school.com. But let me go back over what we did. So after getting out what the BNI is, then we pulled in the different. We used Vanessa Rivera, who was a realtor, for a different chapter, put her information, used the GPT to the Allentown West one that I had made to find out who would be a good partner for her, as well as what will be a good partnership for me, and then what will be good substitutes for her chapter. Then the next piece of strategy that we did was, how do I do better with referrals? First of all, who will be good for me to get referrals to, and then how do I do better with referrals? And then we talked about how to get people to visitors for your chapter. And then last but not least, we talked about the for like AI tools for coaches, BNI coaches, specifically how to do a dashboard. And we did a dashboard in Gemini by just asking, got a P&L, and then said, hey, could you please show me what this P&L would look like as a dashboard, and it did it immediately. So those are the things that we did for today, and I wanted to thank you for your time once again. Dr. Jeff Bullock, founder and CEO of PRISM AI Consultants. We have a free community on school.com. Currently got 454 people in there. Lifelong learners, high achievers, executives, entrepreneurs. I got the link in the chat. Join us as we are in here figuring out how to use this stuff and getting a lot of wins with it. Sharing best practices. Thank you so much for your time today, and I will catch you next time. Once again, Dr. Jeff Bullock, PRISM AI Consultants. Have a great day, and remember, be nice to yourself.